James Carter had been a camp counselor at Blackwood Forest Camp for over a decade. The camp, nestled deep within the dense forest, had always been a place of joy and adventure for the kids. This summer, however, an unsettling feeling lingered in the air. One night, while sitting around the campfire, Emily Watson, a senior camper, shared a local legend. They say a spirit haunts these woods, the spirit of a woman who was wronged long ago. She seeks revenge on anyone who disturbs her rest. James laughed it off, reassuring the campers it was just a story. But later that night, strange things began to happen. Kyle Turner woke up to the sound of footsteps outside his tent. He peeked outside and saw a shadowy figure moving between the trees. He tried to wake Sophie Reynolds, but she was in a deep sleep. The next morning, Kyle told James about the figure. James decided to investigate. As he ventured deeper into the forest, he felt a chill run down his spine. The trees seemed to close in around him, and an eerie silence fell. Suddenly, he stumbled upon an old, abandoned cabin. Inside, he found a dusty diary. It belonged to a woman named Eleanor Blackwood, who had lived in the forest over a century ago. Her last entry spoke of betrayal and a curse placed upon her by those she trusted. As James read the final words, the temperature dropped and the door slammed shut. A ghostly figure appeared, her eyes filled with sorrow and rage. "You should not have come here," she whispered. James tried to escape, but the spirit of Eleanor Blackwood was relentless. That night, the campers heard his screams echoing through the forest. By morning, James was gone, and all that remained was the diary, its final page stained with fresh blood. Ravenwood Lake was known for its crystal-clear waters and serene surroundings, making it a perfect spot for the summer camp. Michael Harris had heard whispers of an old curse, but dismissed them as mere folklore. One evening, while rowing on the lake, Rachel Adams and Liam Brooks noticed something odd in the water. A shadow moved beneath their boat, larger than any fish they had seen. Chloe Mitchell, sitting at the edge of the dock, saw it too and screamed. Michael rushed over, but by the time he arrived, the shadow had disappeared. That night, Rachel had a terrifying dream. She saw an old, dilapidated mansion at the bottom of the lake and a woman trapped inside, her eyes pleading for help. The next day, Rachel convinced Liam and Chloe to help her investigate. They dove into the lake and, to their shock, discovered the mansion exactly as Rachel had described. Inside, they found a portrait of the woman from Rachel's dream. Suddenly, the water grew colder, and a ghostly figure appeared. "You must break the curse," she said. "Only then will I be free." Rachel, Liam, and Chloe tried to escape, but the ghostly woman blocked their path. "The curse was cast by those who wronged me. You must find the locket and return it to my resting place." Desperate, they searched the mansion and found the locket hidden in a chest. As they swam back to the surface, the ghostly woman followed, urging them on. They placed the locket on a stone altar by the lake, and a blinding light enveloped them. When the light faded, the mansion was gone, and the lake returned to its peaceful state. Michael found the three campers on the shore, shaken but unharmed. They never spoke of what they saw, but every night the woman from the lake appeared in their dreams, thanking them for breaking the curse. Camp Whispering Pines was a beloved retreat, known for its towering pine trees that seemed to whisper secrets to those who listened closely. Sarah Miller had always felt a connection to the camp, having spent her childhood summers there. One night, Ethan Clark, Olivia Jones, and Jacob White decided to explore the forest. They followed a narrow path that led them deeper into the woods, where the trees grew thicker and the whispers grew louder. They stumbled upon a clearing with a circle of ancient stones. In the center stood a gnarled old tree with branches that seemed to reach out like skeletal arms. As they approached, the whispers became distinct words. "Leave this place," the voices warned. Ignoring the warning, they continued to explore. Suddenly, Olivia felt a cold hand on her shoulder. She turned around, but no one was there. Panic set in, and they ran back to the camp, but the path seemed to stretch endlessly. Sarah, sensing something was wrong, went looking for them. She found the clearing and saw the ancient stones glowing faintly. As she touched the tree, a vision flashed before her eyes, a group of settlers performing a ritual, their faces twisted in fear and anguish. The whispers grew louder, pleading for release. Sarah realized the settlers had been cursed, their souls trapped within the stones and the tree. She knew she had to break the curse. Gathering her courage, she recited a prayer she remembered from her grandmother. The ground trembled, and the stones began to crack. The spirits of the settlers emerged, their faces now peaceful. The forest fell silent as the spirits ascended to the sky. The path back to the camp reappeared, and Sarah led the terrified campers to safety. They never spoke of what happened, but the whispers in the pines had ceased, and a sense of calm returned to the camp. Sarah knew the spirits were finally at peace, and the camp was safe once more. But she also knew that the forest would never forget the secrets it held.